here on Carlos Landaverti Martinez.
Likewise, good.
All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 8248, State of Texas versus Carlos Landaverti Martinez. We have an interpreter here. Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear to affirm you will faithfully translate from English to Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Norma Niva.
And could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
For the minutes.
Charles Nice for Mr. Landaverti Martinez, Your Honor, ready.
And are you Carlos Landaverti Martinez?
Jason.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea to the offense of arson, of habitation or place of assembly. According to the plea bargaining agreement, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any objections to the PSI report state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Garahan? All right, and the court wanted a PSI done on this case because there were some issues. At least Judge Angelini wanted a PSI report. So he ordered a PSI, a TAP evaluation, and mixed mouth evaluation. So, counsel, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client wants just to apologize to this court and to the parties involved, Judge. He knows he made a egregious mistake, and he just asks his court for the forgiveness, Your Honor.
All right, so this is the question the court has. In the PSI report, it says that he's here illegally. So if he's here illegally, he's going to be deported. I mean, unless the PSI report is incorrect. Mr. Martinez, are you here illegally?
Jason.
Yes. All right. So he's going to be deported. I'm not inclined to put any holds on him because I want him deported if he's not supposed to be here. And when I say I want, that's what the law requires. So it's not me personally saying, let me go down the street and deport people. The law is that he's supposed to be deported. And as a condition of his probation, if he comes back here and he's not back here legally, what's going to end up happening is he's going to be looking at the full range of punishment for this offense. And the full range of punishment is up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand, Mr. Martinez?
Sí, entiendo.
Yes, I do understand.
All right.
So as a part of your conditions of probation, it is going to be that you not return unless you're here legally.
Okay.
Can I speak? Can you raise your right hand for me? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Carlos Roberto Martínez Cruz.
Carlos Roberto Martinez Cruz. All right, so why does it say on this paperwork that you're Carlos Landaverti Martinez?
Es realmente una equivocación en documentos.
Yes, actually, that is a mistake on the documents. All right. Well, the way it appears on the document, unless there is some other documentation that shows you with a different name, this is how we're going to proceed.
It's fine.
Okay. So I want to let you know if you're going to be answering questions or there's something you wish to say, then the state will have a chance to ask you questions as well. Do you understand?
Sí.
Yes,
All right. Do you still wish to say something to the court?
Sí.
yes.
All right. What do you wish to say?
Lo que quiero decir es que realmente no es, no soy culpable totalmente en lo ocurrido.
What I want to say that is, in reality, I am totally guilty of what happened.
La acusación que me hicieron fue como intento de incendio de una casa de habitación cuando realmente fue un accidente en un trabajo.
Okay, what the thing that they accused me of is that intent of arson to a habitation, but in actuality it was an accident.
Jamás hubo intención de mi parte hacerle daño a persona o a terceras personas ni a la propiedad. Jamás fue mi intención hacer un daño a terceras personas ni a la propiedad.
My intention was never to cause harm to people or to the property.
All right, Mr. Martinez, you've already pled to this. I'm just here to hear sentencing. This is not to be a jury trial or a bench trial because you've entered your plea, and you entered your plea on April 17, 2023. So I'm only here to hear evidence as it relates to sentencing you. And what I'm telling you is, according to the plea bargain agreement, there is an agreement for deferred adjudication. Once I proceed with this sentencing, you will not be allowed back in the United States unless you are here legally. If you come back to the United States and you are not here legally, you are looking at life in prison. Because one of the conditions I'm going to set for you is you are not to be back in the United States unless you are here legally. Do you understand?
Okay, understood.
All right. Is there anything you wish to say?
No,
No, thank you very much.
All right. Defense, any questions?
None, Your Honor.
State, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 10 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no illegal, and that's illegal, re-entry into the United States. Once you are here legally, there's to be proof of employment within 40 days of legal re-entry. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There is to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. 200 hours of community service restitution. And residential treatment that will be held in abeyance. And that residential treatment will be with SATA. And that's to be held in abeyance until he's here legally. And I'm sorry, just one moment. And I don't see any restitution. It says $0 for restitution, so I'm not going to order restitution. I do note that the complainant in this case said they would be in court. They didn't mean for you to get in trouble. They wanted to get you out of jail. They say that you're like a brother to me and I want him to get out. I want to do whatever I can to help him. He was using drugs at the time, and I just thought he was a danger to himself and others, but I didn't want him in all this trouble. So just so you know, the complainant wants you out. And I see that you are, it says here, highest grade completed, and that you're a college graduate. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. What did you study in college?
Ciencias y letras. Bachillerato en ciencias y letras.
High school in science and literature.
Okay. All right. Probation. Is there anything else he needs? All right. Is there anything else you need from the court?
No.
All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Sí.
Yes. All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Yes. All right. We can go off the record. Good luck to you, Mr. Martinez. So, Mr. Martinez, what brings you to the United States?
El desempleo, la violencia en mi país.
Unemployment and violence in my country.
Tengo. Pero está bien.
But it's fine.
All right. I wish you the best. All right. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Um, 235572802, the people of the state of Michigan versus Trey Martez Mitchell. The defendant is charged with one count of controlled substance illegal use. Today is the date set for sentencing. Appearances, please.
For the record, Diana Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Antonio D. Tuckles on behalf of my client, that is Mr. Mitchell, who stands down to my immediate right arm. Mr. Mitchell, can you state your name for the record, please?
Trey Mitchell.
All right, and Mr. Mitchell, do you have any middle name?
Martinez.
Okay, thank you, sir. Today is the date set for sentencing. The court has had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report. With respect to the report itself, are there any additions, deletions, or corrections on behalf of the people?
Judge, the people had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report. I don't see any additions, deletions, or corrections at this time.
Any on behalf of the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. As it relates to the evaluation and plan, there is a indication that Mr. Mitchell, he has two children. My understanding is that he has not apologized. He has two siblings. My understanding is that he has three siblings. Is that correct, Mr. Mitchell?
Yeah.
So hold on. You said the evaluation and plan. Which page are you looking at?
Page 7, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he has three siblings.
Yes.
And are they all sisters?
I got two sisters and a brother.
Well, how did they miss that? Okay, thank you. All right. Any other additions, deletions, or corrections?
No.
Okay. With respect to sentencing, anything on behalf of the people?
Nothing on behalf of the people, Judge.
And anything on behalf of the defense?
Yes, yes, we would like to address the matter as it relates to, possession of illegal substances. Marijuana is not an illegal substance. And recommendation one is that he shall not use or possess any illegal substances slash including marijuana. When they say including marijuana, they're saying that as if marijuana is an illegal substance, and it's not in the state of Michigan.
Anything further?
Then we ask that recommendation be, changed. Other than that, no.
All right. Would Mr. Mitchell like to make any statement on his own behalf?
Ma'am, okay.
All right. All right, the court is ready to impose sentence out, and I will do so in the following manner. Yeah, to my chagrin, marijuana is not illegal, but it sure is the bane of my existence. I sure hate to go out my house and just have to smell weed. I just think it just should be a shame that somebody else could just infringe upon my ability to inhale clean air. Like literally, I don't. Why is somebody able to legally infringe upon my ability to inhale clean air? I mean, I can't even go for a walk in the afternoon anymore because the weed smokers, they be just smoking all day long. I mean, my God, it is just horrible. And then you go to the grocery store, you're trying to go in the grocery store. I mean, I promise you, one time I went to Meijer, I said, oh, I'm certain I got a contact high from just trying to go to Meijer, give me some groceries, trying to, support my own community, trying not to shop outside my community. And my goodness, I mean, it's in y'all's clothes, it's in your hair. I have a friend who is not against marijuana. I have a friend who's very successful. They're not against marijuana. And they told me they used to smoke it, and they said they stopped smoking it because it took too much out of their time, because if they smoked it, then they had to wash their hair, take a shower, wash their clothes, because you stink. Okay. Mr. Mitchell, if you didn't know, y'all stink. Okay, that's just my opinion. All right. So nonetheless, your lawyer is correct. Marijuana is not illegal. However, since you have been charged with controlled substance illegal use, you are not going to smoke marijuana unless you have a valid medical marijuana card. It's the same thing as like with alcohol, right? So alcohol is not illegal. I can ban a defendant from drinking alcohol, because if they, have a drunk driving case or some type of alcohol related situation, I can say you can't drink alcohol. Alcohol is legal, but I can tell they can't drink it. So in this particular situation, I'm going to deny your counsel's request to remove that condition, and I'm going to ban you. But I'm going to get to that in a minute. And then there was a young man. Mr. Flanagan, when you get kicked out?
Yeah, it kicked me out. Oh no.
Yeah, Zoom is doing some crazy stuff. Okay. There was a young man in my courtroom, I think it was yesterday, and he said, I haven't smoked or drank in 2 years, Judge, and I'm so happy. Yeah, I feel so much better. I know y'all do, but y'all just, whatever. Okay, let me get to your sentence, Mr. Mitchell. There is a recommendation for sentencing you pursuant to 7411. And I am going to do that. I am going to sentence you pursuant to 7411. Mr. Flanagan, I don't know if we've ever had a 7411 since you've been in my courtroom, but it is a box that you could check on the probation order. And then 7411 also becomes suppressed like the HIDA.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a recommendation also for 12 months probationary period. However, I'm actually going to reduce that unless it was a condition of the plea agreement. Ms. Ritter, was there a length of time?
No.
Judge, I'm just double checking the agreement. Nope, it just says probation judge, so we'll leave the length of time at the discretion of the court.
All right. So, he does have a couple of things on his record, but no adult history. And therefore, I'm going to reduce the length of probation from 12 months to 9 months. That will put a final review at March the 1st, 2024. However, you would be eligible for early discharge after 4.5 months. So that would put a review date at the midway point of the end of October. So I'll set a review for October 31st. If you have completed the terms and conditions of your probation by the October 31st court date, then I will discharge you from probation. And that review will be at 10 a.m. So I am going to impose the following conditions. You shall not violate any criminal law of any governmental unit. You must not leave the state without consent of the court. You must make a truthful report to probation on a monthly basis, and you must notify probation immediately of any change of your address, phone number, or employment status. You must pay the following fines, costs, and fees. You will pay, I was trying to double check something. All right, you will pay the mandatory cost of $210. I am going to impose a $150 fine. There's no restitution. Supervision fees I am going to impose, but I will reduce them to $25 a month. So for the 9 months, it will be $225, and I will charge a $35 pre-sentence investigation fee. So the total fines, costs, and fees are $620. Additionally, you shall not use or possess any illegal substance. You shall not use or possess any marijuana without a valid medical marijuana card. You shall not use or possess any opiate without a valid prescription and letter of explanation from the doctor. You shall not drive without a valid driver's license. According to the report on page 3, your license is valid. You shall attend the Marijuana Insight Program, and you shall submit to random urinalysis once a month. I'm not going to order the no alcohol. And there's a recommendation for 7 days of community service. However, I think that's a bit much. I'm going to reduce it to 2 days of community service, which is equivalent to 16 hours. So 16 hours of community service. If you have completed the terms and conditions of probation, let me make sure. Yeah. If you have completed the terms and conditions of probation by October 31st, Mr. Mitchell, then you will be discharged from probation. This case will be removed from your record, and you will be discharged from probation. Mr. Flanagan, change that review time on October 31st to 10:50.
Okay.
Yeah, it needs to be. I won't go live. I won't go live on that. Okay. Mr. Mitchell, we are going to, if you want to wait for a copy of your order of probation, you can wait. If you don't want to wait, then we will mail you a copy to the Garrick Avenue address, and probation will call you at the phone number ending in 6870. Are you going to wait, or are we going to mail it to you?
Yeah, I made it to you.
Yes, sir. What you got to do today? What's it? Don't worry, we'll mail it to you. All right. Then we're all set unless there's something else for the record.
Not from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Nothing on behalf of the petition, Your Honor.
All right, then have a great day. Stay safe and stay cool. Stay cool.
Been cool all my life.
That is correct. Cause I mean, did your driver get there in time to bring you across the street?
You sure did. And I appreciate it.
I'm gonna listen. And not many days hence, I'm gonna have me a driver. I'm gonna have me one. Cause I'm gonna have me one. I'm getting ready to see. It might have to be my son, but I'm gonna have. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor. And thank you for the court's indulgence. To you and your staff, have a great weekend.
Thank you. You as well, Mr. Tuttle.